They all said, well, we're going to wait for a hailstorm.
You're doing everything you can to make it as inexpensive as possible, but still putting on a high quality roof at the end of the day. If hail doesn't happen, they still need a roof. Roofs do age out here.
You're seeing there's the big picture, and then there's the bigger picture. How's your day going?
I've had a really good day. I pulled into the office, and right before I walked in the door, a customer called me and said the insurance decided to stop fighting with the public adjuster, and they're just going to pay for the roof. And then my car alarm went off, and I went outside, and my boss had given me a new truck.
Wait, you walk into the office.
Sell the roof, get a new truck. How was your morning, Bob?
They asked me to take the trash out. Otherwise, it's good. I got a new hat. Oh, gosh. Probably my last 3 or 4 or 5 estimates that I've done, they all said, well, we're going to wait for a hailstorm.
The right thing to do is to tell them to wait it out. I had to do the same thing in Sun City, right down there. His name is Wayne, and like another roofer comes over and he says, you need a new roof. And I was like, Wayne, I did a repair on your roof last year. Is it leaking?
Yeah.
And he said, no. I was like, well, why don't we do a new roof in May and give it March and April to see if some weather event happens so that you don't have to pay the $15,000.
You're seeing there's the big picture, and then there's the bigger picture.
Yeah.
And that's the customer service. And a lot of people, they want to make the sale. The pressure. Got to get the job. Got to sell. I just did 3 repairs in Sun City, and I didn't charge them.
Yeah.
And all 3 have called me back. We've had some rain a couple of weeks ago. None of them are leaking. I wonder who's going to get the re-roof someday when they need a new roof in about 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
And that's that customer service that is so important.
Even the Bible says, like, you got to treat people like you'd want to be treated.
Right.
It's because of this kind of stuff. It's kind of treating people with respect and building it up for the future and giving them a chance to prepare for the purchase and making it a big deal. You're doing everything you can to make it as inexpensive as possible, but still putting on a high quality roof at the end of the day. If the hail doesn't happen, they still need a roof. Roofs do age out here. Doesn't happen very often, but roofs do age out here.
If you see the big picture, that's exactly how you do it.
Just be on the lookout. You know, watch the weather. Check your weather app. If it says it's gonna thunder and lightning, like, make sure your car's in the garage. What really sucks is having to get a roof and 2 new cars all at the same time. Like,
yeah,
that's awful. Or
I've
like an
had
RV.
customers, yeah.
Like, because now the roof is like, okay, what do I do first? Because your car is important.
Yeah.
You got a broken windshield, or your car is important. It might be more important than your roof for a few days there. Mitigate the damage. You can't protect your roof by parking it in the garage, but you can put your cars in the garage. You can cover, put a tarp over your RV.
If there is a severe hailstorm, the first things you want to do is get your camera out and get pictures of the actual hailstorm from inside your house or from the front porch or the back porch. Get video of that. Secondly, when you have time after it stops, go out there and pick up 8, 9, 10 of the biggest hail hits and put them in a freezer bag and stick it in your freezer.
Let me tell you, if this hail is bigger than a quarter, like, put a quarter down. If the diameter of the hail is bigger than the quarter, call your insurance company and file a claim.
Yes.
A lot of roofers will say, call me, call your roofer. Well, no, if you're one of our customers, you want to have the power in the relationship. Mm-hmm. You don't want the roofer to have the power. We won't take advantage of it at Apex, but that's just us. You will be taken advantage of if you don't have power. If you let the roofer run the whole show from start to finish, you may or may not know everything that's going on.
Yep.
If you just call your insurance, have your insurance, and then call the roofer to meet the insurance out there, or have the insurance and see what they say. Immediately calling the insurance company and saying, I need to file a claim for hail. I had some hail in my deal. I've got pictures of it. It was pretty big. And the sooner you do that, the better off you are. Do it right away. Don't wait. Your roof's not leaking yet. Mm-hmm. It will.
Yep.
It will. It's science. The granules leave. The rest of the roof is not UV stable. The granules are UV stable. They can reflect the ultraviolet light, right? The asphalt underneath, it gets ate alive. Like, it just gets ate up. And then after that, you've got more layers of asphalt and fiberglass, and none of that is UV stable. So it's going to dig a hole in your roof. It might not leak today, but the insurance wants to pay for this. Just call them right away. Like, you can get it done. And then just call us when you have your paperwork.
Exactly. And when you get the adjuster's appointment, the adjuster's coming out to do the inspection, you got to call us so we can be there when he's doing it to assist him and make sure that he's seeing everything.
Yeah.
We're the experts in the roofing. He's an adjuster. Yeah. But that's one thing that I always do, and I know you do it, is when the adjuster has the appointment, we come out there and we meet them and we work with them and help them to help our customer. You always clean your car, you change the oil, you check the tire pressure, right? The roof, you have to do specific maintenance on that every year, and that's check out the rain gutters and keep them clear. I've seen rain gutters that were so filled up, the water's backing up underneath the first course of shingles. You want to have a roofer come out and do an inspection as the roof gets older, maybe once a year, to look for exposed nails and flashings that are starting to lift up and rust, and hood vents and the collars around the pipe that may come loose because of wind and hail and heavy rains touching them down. Like when I change my clocks, I know right then and there that I'm going to change the batteries on all my smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors. But I'm also going to check my rain gutters, and I'm going to check my own personal roof for maintenance and just to stay on top of things. And then I'm prepared if a hailstorm comes. There's really no way to protect the roof except for put a quality shingle on every time you do re-roof. And so those are some of your basic fundamental things to do to protect your belongings, your home, your vehicles, the roof, the gutters, all of it. When you have a hail claim and you get your insurance scope, before all of that, you need to go over your homeowner's policy, because I've had two people that had non-recoverable depreciation when the roof is done. You have to look for that non-recoverable depreciation, because when you put a roof on, you have your actual cash value. And when the roof is done, we can file to recover the money that they depreciated from the actual value of the roof. But some insurance policies, and the homeowner was not aware of this, there was a clause that you cannot recover the part that is depreciated.
The thing that stinks about it, though, is that you still need a new roof.
Yeah.
You may want to talk to your insurance people about not getting an ACV policy because they are awful, and the roof ends up costing most of your money. If you have an RCV policy, it's a lot easier to handle. It's just the deductible. But if you have an ACV policy, you're going to have to come out of pocket all that depreciation. And looking forward into the future, I would make sure that you have an RCV policy.
Yes.
Replacement cost value, and be checking on your deductible. Make sure you always have enough money in the bank to pay that deductible. Most of the deductibles are sitting at 2% right now. It's very difficult to get a 1% deductible.
And be aware of a roofer that says, don't worry about your deductible.
Yeah, that's illegal. 6 months in prison and $10,000 fine for every instance. That means if they did that with all their customers last year and they paid all their deductibles, they go to jail for the rest of their lives. I would be really careful. Anybody who's willing to risk their life in prison to sell you a roof is willing to do a bad roof. Like, they're willing to do anything. So, like, just stay away from that. Like, if you think, oh, he can cover my deductible or whatever, okay. Good luck. Thanks for tuning in to If Roofs Could Talk with Adam and Bob. Please leave comments, like it, subscribe. We'd love to communicate with you on the internet.
What you see is what you get. Experience, knowledge, and we care. Someday you're going to need a roof. It's just the way it is someday. And
we'll make you happy in the meantime so that you want to choose us when that happens. Job, Dad.
Nice truck.